Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I'm Miss Laura with the Franklin Park Public Library, and today we are going to be painting with chocolate. So the first thing we'll do, you have dark chocolate and white chocolate. We're going to heat these one at a time at 20-second intervals on high in the microwave until they melt. So it's going to be different for each of you. Microwaves are different. So try it 20 seconds at a time on high in the microwave separately. Now you want to melt it until it's just melted. There might be a little bit left, but I'm using a plastic knife. You can finish getting it to melt by stirring it around again. It's kind of like the consistency of oil paint right now, soft oil paint. And I have some things I just found around the house. Some nuts we can add in, and dried cherries. You could use raisins or any dried fruit works well with chocolate. Some pretzels, and also some cereal and some red raspberries, and your graham crackers. So move that off to the side. The first thing is you might want to just try painting on foil and just see, maybe just experiment a little bit. You could put some here. What we're going to do is we can put this in the freezer to let it harden later, and I'll put dark on one side, white on another, and maybe just try just blending. I'm just going to use a pretzel as a blending tool, and maybe just try marbling this back and forth and just kind of see how that is. Now this will actually harden and turn into a hard piece of chocolate again once it cools. So maybe, so now we have a light brown, we have a dark brown, so we can actually use these as kind of as colors. I'm going to use this side. So if this gets hard, you can melt it again, soften it up again. I actually think I'm going to paint a picture of snow on this graham cracker. I'm going to make this on the bottom part will be snow. So that's going to represent snow. And then I'll have this, maybe I'll paint kind of a tree. Or maybe even the pretzel could be a tree. Let's see if we can make the pretzel and the branches. Maybe dip the branches in here. It's probably a good idea to have some paper towels to wipe your hands off in case they get sticky. Maybe these cherries are kind of like rocks on the ground, or maybe even bushes. So you can use the chocolate as paint. You can also use it to hold on different things you might have around the house. So these might be rocks on the ground. Maybe there's some snow. Maybe it's snowing that day. I'll go ahead and add another branch. So I'm using the chocolate as glue and as paint. It kind of seems to work as both. And so definitely having paper towels is a good idea. So I'm going to paint these branches are going to have, these trees have snow on them, so I'll paint snow. it's probably a good idea to have something over the area where you're painting to cover it and protect it, like a old tablecloth or even a sheet of foil or wax paper. These rocks will have, so I'm making kind of a nature scene. I think maybe there's other, maybe these other nuts can kind of represent rocks as well. You could also make kind of just a design out of these. So this is a snowy winter scene on this graham cracker. So this piece right here, I think I'm gonna actually make this once this is cold, after I put it in the freezer, I'll be able to peel it off the foil. So I could use this to make a blended, I could make something on a piece of foil and then put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. So let's make this into a kind of a swirly pattern. So that makes a really cool marbly effect. Maybe this graham cracker, we could use this graham cracker to build this into something. So this, use these as pieces, and the chocolate we can use and make maybe a little tiny, a miniature graham cracker house, like a tiny home, a graham cracker tiny home. How's that? Using the chocolate as glue. So you might want to have like a plastic knife to use with the chocolate as well. You know what? I think I'm going to have a special surprise in here. A raspberry will be inside the house. I'll use this chocolate to hold it together. Maybe this has a roof on it that's made like a log roof. We'll make a log roof. It's too short. So the chocolate will go hard again if it's left out, you know, in room temperature. It'll be hard faster in the fridge, and it'll be hardest fastest in the freezer. So maybe these cereal can be kind of like a window since it's square. Whoops. Put a couple of windows on there. You kind of have, it's kind of like a cabin or fort. It's definitely a fort that I would like to be in if it was made of chocolate. Maybe these nuts are kind of, again, kind of like rocks around the ground. Okay, nice. So you can use these to make a picture. You can also build with it. I actually have quite a bit left. I think I'm going to make a design out of some of the things that we have over here on this side. Try to scrape as much of this out. And I'll paint directly on the foil. because once this is hard, you can peel the foil off the back. I think that this, I'm going to have it be snowing on top of here as well. Kind of a drizzle of snow. You could try drizzling over the different colors, like drizzle white over dark, or vice versa. Maybe even use your knife to make a swirl in it. So using this puddle of chocolate, I think I'm just gonna try. I wonder what white chocolate raspberries are like. So I'll just try and put one off to the side, and I'll try that later after the chocolate dries. Maybe I'll try one for the dark chocolate too. Maybe for this one, I'll just kind of make a design in it out of, let's see, I have, maybe just make like a pattern. So I have nuts going around the outside. Maybe I'll have cherries in the middle. Chocolate also works really well with fruit like bananas, any kind of berries. Maybe I'll put this in the middle. There. There you go. So that one's already hard. Let's see how that is. I'm going to try it. Really good. Okay, so there we have it. Painting, well, and or building with chocolate. We have a little log cabin, a design that will let harden, made out of nuts and dried fruit, and kind of an abstract, snowy scene on a graham cracker. I think I'll try that one too. Pretty good. Okay, thank you for watching, and have fun painting with chocolate, painting and building with chocolate.